1:05 p.m. today, I'll be watching the Red Sox in Detroit. That happens to be my team. For all of you around the world, it's April, and that means baseball. And we spend a little bit of time on this. With us, Harvey Frommer, professor at Dartmouth College, author of Remembering Fenway Park. There's a photo. This is no doubt by Abrams. They're distributing it and publishing it, and it is a tour de force, frankly, whether Red Sox fan or not. Maybe too much for a Yankees coffee table. Wonderful to have you here.
Wonderful to be with you, Tom, and I have a confession to make to you and to everybody else. I was a New York Yankees fan until I wrote this book.
Well, that's
so
a good thing.
People change religion. I have changed my rooting interest, and now I'm joined with you as part of Red Sox Nation.
Well, I want to go right into the element. Let's show the big field here. And you can see some of the changes in Fenway Park, and through the book, some things have changed, like the Citgo sign and that, and there was a rebuilding of the park. This is my earliest memory. Let's bring it up here, and this is a great photo of the legendary Casey Stengel meeting with Joe Cronin. I was on an airplane with Joe Cronin when I was 6 or 7 years old. Take us back here, Harvey, to Mr. Cronin. This is the early Tom Yawkey years, isn't it?
Right. This is actually 1960 at Fenway Park in the clubhouse, and Casey Stengel of the hated New York Yankees and Joe Cronin, who was the real icon, both president of the American League at one point, a great player for the Red Sox, a player manager, and in this shot, we really are brought back to that particular time.
Why were the Red Sox so lousy in my childhood?
I think because they really were not a team in the true sense of the word. Tom Yawkey, the great owner, just kept either buying players and not developing a farm system, and also the Red Sox, as you know, were the last team to get a black baseball player.
Bumpsy Green.
Right, 1959.
Right.
And that late entry into getting black talent, I think, pushed them back too.
Right. Within your coffee book, what was the biggest surprise in it? Was it the reconstruction of the park recently? Was it something ancient we don't know about?
I think the biggest surprise to me was that there might not have been Fenway Park had there not been a group of citizens who formed the Save Fenway Park Committee. And these people, I interviewed some of them for the book. They picketed, they attended meetings, and they fought for Fenway Park not to be torn down.
It was such a big deal not to be torn down.
It was, and then the new ownership came along a decade ago, and they pledged they would not tear it down.
And we've done interviews with a woman who built Camden Yards in Baltimore.
Janet Marie Smith.
Yes, yes, exactly. Let's look at this quote, folks. This is some of the inside baseball within Remembering Fenway. For anybody that covers baseball, Yastrzemski could decoy better than any outfielder and routinely pretended he was ready to catch a ball that he knew was going to go off the wall. Shaughnessy, the legend from the Globe, I saw Yaz do that. The whole place, which there he is, the whole place would stand up after he decoyed somebody.
Yeah, Yaz was the guy who actually followed Ted Williams, and I have a whole interesting segue in the book, you know, that when Williams retired, hitting that last home run in his last at-bat, people really didn't even know that was it for Ted, and most people, including me, did not realize that was not the Red Sox last game in 1960.
He set it up.
They had 3 games
for the drama.
Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
You know, and he didn't go on that trip.
Yeah.
He just did it his way. And then the word around Boston, as you probably remember, was the next Ted Williams was coming. And
everybody hated him.
Yeah, it was Yaz.
Yeah, yes. Look at this photo, folks. For those of you that are not Red Sox fans, this was one of the great tensions. I wear a Mickey Mantle belt buckle to this day, but this was a magic time for baseball. Is baseball today capturing the tension in that photograph of Mantle and Maris?
I don't think it does today. I think back then, in this era, there were less teams. There was perhaps more talent spread, concentrated on the teams, and there were more iconic players like a Mantle and a Maris. That shot was the two of them at the batting cage at Fenway, that same 1960 era.
Right up to the current day. Bring up the quote here from Jared Max. Jared Max, thank you for your support. He's on Bloomberg Surveillance every morning with us from ESPN. So the Yankees guy, Jared, we're barely on speaking terms. I don't want to be sacrilegious, but it was like there's a wailing wall of baseball, the old etched cement, the writing on the wall. May I suggest, Professor, the players could care less about all the romance in your book?
No, I think many of the players that I did interview really feel the romance of Fenway Park. Many of them coming in today, brand new young guys who have seen it for the first time. They want to go inside the Green Monster, inside the scoreboard, and they feel the place does reek with the ghosts of Ted Williams and Cy Young and Johnny Pesky, Bobby Doe. All these people are still there. So I think it's a place of mysticism, magic, and memory.
Yankees or Red Sox this year, and who wins the World Series?
I think neither.
Oh, Tampa Bay, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing the Cardinals one more time.
The Cardinals one more time. Yeah. The guy that designed our set, John Newhouse, loves that. He wears his Cardinal pride very well.
They're still loaded even without.
Yeah. Harvey, thank you so much. Harvey Frommer with Dartmouth College. And I'm telling you, folks, this is a coffee table book, and it is a total success. I was prepared to be disappointed. Wrong. It's fabulous. Let's show the photo of the seat out in right field. We'll be back. Surveillance Midday.